You just called him racist.
Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?
The type of approach he's taking with this is kind of a logical fallacy.
Why do you say F Trump? Come on, you have a deflammatory flag.
I do think though, if you are going to go protest, you do have to have a solidified reason for protesting.
Here today.
I want to tell Trump and his people that New York doesn't accept him.
New York doesn't accept him?
Yeah, we're going to fight for immigrants, fight for trans people.
Do you believe that the election was fair and honest?
I mean, as much as it can be with voter suppression.
Okay. And do you think, or why do you think, that in 2024 he won the popular vote and the electoral vote?
That is a great question. I am honestly really disappointed that so many people voted for him.
Really?
Yeah.
So she said there was voter suppression. Let me know if you guys believe that there was voter suppression. I didn't see any voter suppression, but apparently there's a new conspiracy about it. Anyways, my name is LFR Jojo. I'm an engineering student. Finding out why Trump protesters are freaking out so aggressively after the loss. Apparently. But let's continue.
No, thank you.
We're at a protest.
We're press and I should not be interviewed.
But you're not partisan on your hoodie.
Doesn't matter. That's not the point.
Do you think Trump is a traitor?
I think you need to leave me alone.
I'm just asking questions.
Of course I do. You gotta read.
You think he's a traitor? Workers for Kamala Harris? What are your thoughts on the election?
I'm devastated.
Devastated?
I'm devastated because the American people chose a horrible next 4 years. That's the bottom line. I don't want to.
So basically, he's mad that Americans chose Trump. And he refuses to give an exact reason why he's upset, meaning that he didn't give any policy reasons. And that's kind of what goes into why Trump won. A lot of Americans, and if you're a Democrat watching this or you're a liberal watching this, I want to tell you why Donald Trump had such an overwhelming vote from the American population. They feel as though the Democratic Party betrayed their trust. And what I mean by that, before Trump got into office, when Biden ran in 2020, 2021, he had some of the most votes ever for a presidential candidate. How could we go from that to Donald Trump blowing out Kamala Harris in this election? What happened was they felt as though Biden was not being honest with the American people and that he was not doing what he said he was going to do regarding the economy or regarding jobs, regarding immigration. So they feel as though the Democratic side betrayed them. That's what happened in this previous election. So when you say, oh, I can't believe this, I'm telling you what people were saying regarding this past election.
Thank you. Could I ask you about your sign?
Sure, yeah.
All right, could you read briefly kind of what it means?
Yeah, of course. So first up, we've got the first conviction. Also, this comes from the Vanity Fair magazine that talked about how Trump is now the 47th president of the United States. So we have the one conviction of how he was convicted of all of these 34 felony counts. The insurrection that was supported by him on January 6th. Two of his cases that are pending regarding fraud as well as assault.
We're recording, sir.
Two impeachments. No president's ever been impeached twice. 6 bankruptcies. He was born into wealth and power and never made any more money than when he started, to show how great he is. 18 plus victims who've accused him of sexually assaulting them. This is closer to 26 at this point. And then 34 felony counts, which if you don't know, felons are not allowed to vote in America, but we have one as our president now. So protect our futures. There's so many young people that we have a lot much longer to live here, and it's also about protecting our democracy. So, and then on the back,
there's more.
I've got my long list.
All right. And why do you think that he won the popular vote for the first time as a Republican?
Yeah.
And when was the last time a Republican won popular vote?
I think there's a lot that goes into it. Mainly, I think, in all honesty, I think the Democratic Party got like the end of this stick. Kamala only had 107 days to pull together an entire campaign while Trump had all this time, all these people that were angry. But I think also, as angry as I am for a lot of people who did vote for him, I think there's a lot of people who don't have proper access to education, who their main priority is getting food on the table, and when they see somebody who so outrightly can promise that, of course they're going to believe that, especially because the Harris and Wells campaign focused on a lot of other topics. So I think there's a lot of America who is very impoverished that Trump touched in a way. Do I agree? No, but I can understand where they're coming from, because that is a problem.
Do you think the Democrats could have gotten a better candidate, or do you think it was strictly the time that they had to build?
I think there were a lot of great candidates out there, but I think the time was probably the biggest issue. I don't know, marketing and propaganda really helps, regardless of who it is. Like, it could be a person, but if they've got the right strategy, people are going to believe them. So yeah.
And last question for you.
Yeah.
Do you believe that the election was fair and honest?
I want to, but it does seem a bit odd. There's people, in states like Ohio who they've been checking their ballots, in Michigan, and their vote, it says that they never voted. So I think it seems a bit, I wouldn't be surprised, but I want to believe that it is true, and if this is what it is, then we just got to go from here. But I believe in our system. That's why I want to protect it. And yeah.
If you had to go on record of saying fair or rigged, you just got one button or the other.
I would say suspicious. Maybe. Does that count?
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Cool, yeah.
I ask you guys some questions.
Oh my God, he just voted on.
Let's go. What's
oh my
up,
God,
man?
I love your videos.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness, yes.
So what's your thoughts on the protest going on?
Oh, it is ridiculous. Trump won by 5 million of the popular votes.
Whether or not you voted for Trump or you did not vote for Trump, I think this poses a great thing that we all have to understand as Americans. If Donald Trump won the popular vote by 5 million votes, that's a pretty convincing victory. That goes to show you a lot of people's thought processes align with what Donald Trump was saying, and it goes to show you that if it even doesn't align with what Trump was saying, they have a problem with how the Democratic Party was running things. And the only time I've seen the Democrat pundits say anything about these past 4 years negatively was after Trump won. So the reason I'm bringing this up is because if you are a Democrat and you want to see another Democrat in office, or someone who's not conservative or Republican, you have to stop ignoring conservatives and stop ignoring Republicans, because that's what has happened, and it backfired for you. Donald Trump won because the people who American citizens felt they were being ignored. They felt like no one cared about their wants and desires. That's just the truth of the matter. It is what it is.
You, sir. Are you scared about the next 4 years? Are you scared about the next 4 years? She's just throwing me the poster. I can't talk to her. Excuse me? Do you think MAGA people are stupid?
What?
Do you think MAGA people are stupid?
Okay, listen. You vote for a con man racist, malignant narcissist
How is he a
against
racist?
your own interests.
How is he a
and
racist?
that says a lot. How is he racist? Oh my God, play any video. I know.
Like what? Name me one video that says he's racist.
My hands are full. I can't pull it up.
I don't want you to pull it up. Just tell me what he says. What does he say?
I am not going to play into your game.
You just called him racist.
Ooh, are you okay?
Okay.
Are you okay?
We have a medic.
So, do you take back what you said?
Again.
I will say this. The type of approach he's taking with this is kind of a logical fallacy. Because imagine this. I walk up to somebody, or somebody walks up to me and punches me in the face. They punch me square in the face. I fall on the ground. I get knocked out. I go into a coma for 2 weeks. I wake up from the coma and say, Johnny punched me in the face. He says, okay, prove it. Prove that I punched you in the face. I say, but look at this look at this mark on my face. He said, well, how could you prove that I did that? The only reason I'm bringing up this is because just because someone is unable to provide exact proof that something happened in the time frame or in an exact moment doesn't mean it didn't happen. Just because I can't prove that Johnny punched me in the face doesn't mean that Johnny didn't actually punch me in the face. It just means at the time I don't have substantial evidence to prove it. But anyways, I'm not saying that Donald Trump's a racist or anything. I'm just saying that the argument or the logic behind that statement is not necessarily conclusive.
I stand by this.
That MAGA people are stupid.
Again,
But you just called Trump. You just called Trump racist. Yet can't name a single thing he said that's racist.
My hands are full. Look it up yourself.
You don't have to look it up. You should be able to know that.
I can't play a video for you.
I don't want a video. I want you to tell me what he said that's racist. That's all I want. She can't do it. This is the liberals in 2024.
Yeah, okay.
Can't name a single thing.
Moving on.
Can't name a single thing. Why do you say F Trump? Come on, you have a deflammatory flag.
I do think though, if you are going to go protest, you do have to have a solidified reason for protesting. That's just my opinion though.
Do you think that America is on a bad trajectory?
I think democracy is on a bad trajectory. Participatory government is on a bad trajectory, and that's bad for America.
And if you were to describe America in one word, how would you describe it?
One word. I don't have a word.
Multiple words. You can pick as many as you want. What makes you say that?
Because the social compact of democracy, participatory democracy, was in this election.
Do you think that it was fair?
Yeah. Fair is about both parties believing in what the system. For something to be fair, both parties have to agree on the rules of engagement. The rules of engagement was broken. The rules of engagement was broken when Dobbs was broken because Donald Trump pushed forward one justice in 1 week, another justice with very minimal interaction from both sides of the House of Chambers. And now we have a Dobbs agreement. And for some reason, I have ovaries, but they have different rights in different states. Like my parents had different rights in different states after Reconstruction. And so, yeah, the social compact was broke. This election was never about on a level footing. And so we got what we got.
Last question. Since Trump won, a lot of people are upset. Did you cry?
I cried.
You cried.
We should all be crying on one end or the other. Whether it's that he doesn't have the competency to even pull off what he wants to pull off, or the fact that what we thought were the ideals of American democracy is no longer what it is.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm not going to cry because someone's in office. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. But anyways, you guys have any thoughts or suggestions, comment down below. It's LFR JoJo, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.